the topic of today, again, is quick turn deliverables. How do we get from scan scene to a deliverable, something that we can get out to the prosecutor, get out to our command staff, get out to whomever. So the premise behind today's scene is that it's a home invasion and a homicide, and what it is the prosecutor or the county attorney, prosecutor, and our command staff weren't able to come out on scene. Okay, and we're fielding questions about what was it, what was there, what did it look like, what's all involved. Well, I mean, you can take our word for it, or we can show you. So that's going to be the premise behind this. Is we went out to this scene, the upper levels, the prosecutor, the command staff, they weren't able to be there, and they want to know, and they want to know right now. So how do we give them the best picture of the scene initially without doing diagramming, without doing a whole bunch of work? How do we get that to something that they can see and view and understand very easily? And that's the topic here. So let's see here. I'm going to transition over. There we go. So what I'm showing you right now is my tablet. This was my T10 tablet and Trimble Forensics Capture with the Perspective plugin, and this is our scene. We'll rotate around here. And we have the side of a house, and then we moved inside of the house and scanned around on the inside. Now, if I slice away the roof here, yep, just a little bit too much. There we go. So if we look down inside here, we have a body that was in the hallway, along with the gun, and some bullet casings on the ground, designated with evidence markers B, C, D, E, and F. And we have our body posed out as evidence marker A. Now, we did 5 laser scans here, and then we exported it. Now, this is our field data collection software, so you're looking at what we did in the field. Okay, this has not been processed by a desktop. This hasn't been run through anything as far as registration goes or any of that. So what we did is we scanned the scene and we exported a fully registered point cloud. Now that we have our fully registered point cloud out, what do we do with it? Okay, so we take that and we export that as a .capture file. And what we're going to talk about here is what to do with that capture file. How do we get it to a deliverable? That's our raw mapping data. How do we get it to a deliverable? So what we need to do, bear with me just 1 second here. I forgot to add my audio. All right. So this is the workflow that we're going to be doing. We're starting with our capture file. Okay, top of the screen, that's our capture file. That's what we're starting with, or our raw data. The next thing we're going to do is take it into Reveal. This is our standard workflow from capture to Reveal, which is our desktop software, and where we're going is Showcase. But for right now, we're going capture to Reveal. So let's transition right over here and open it up in Reveal. So keep my screencast going here for my center. There we go. And we'll transition over. Now, this is what it looks like in Reveal on import. I haven't done any registration. I haven't done any segmentation. I haven't done anything to this aside from import it. Now, if you want to see how that works, I'll transition over here and let you see the video on how that works. So for that to work, I opened up Reveal. I went into my measurements and import data log. From here, I'm going to import a file. Trimble Forensics Capture file, and I'm going to go browse and go find it. Once I've found my .capture file, I hit Next, and I select what do I want to import. I want to import my scans and annotations, hit Start Import, and go. And from there, the process runs. It took this about 2.5 minutes in order to get fully imported, and this is what I had on import. I decided to speed that up for you just a bit so that you could get the advantage of time. Now, from here, we can diagram this. We can do a bunch of things to it here. But what we're going to do is just get this to an exportable format, or a Hey, got one from Matt Cook. All right, so an exportable format. Okay, how do I get it to something that I can deliver. So let's take stock of our scene. We have our scan data here. I'll jump into 3D view. Woohoo! There we go. And we have the entryway to our house. I'm going to slow down my nav speed just a little bit. Slow it down to slow. Oh, that's a wee bit too slow, so we'll go back to normal. Okay, I'll fly ahead, and as we get close to the entrance here, notice we have a camera at the entrance. Again, this is my raw data. Okay, I took these annotations in the field, and I designated, hey, there's a camera right here. During our on-scene investigation, we were able to identify that a video was located, or a video came out of that home surveillance system. And we do have a security cam export.mp4, and we'll play that here. Why not? So that might be important for our case. That was timestamped when it took place, and we have the actor walking in, and the shenanigans ensues inside the doorway. So we have that video from that camera. That's going to be important here when we go into Showcase and start building out our scene. So as we fly through the door, down inside of our hallway, we have evidence markers F, D, E. C is behind the door. We have B, a bullet casing sitting there. We have our gun, and we have our body. All right, so one thing we have here in Reveal is the photo stations. Now, if I bump over to Photo Station View, what this is giving me is my photo station number 1. So this is my first scan setup on the outside of the house. And I'm right-clicking and dragging and looking around. Looks good. What I want to do is I want to create a photo view station here. I'm going to click on that, and that creates a photo view station for me for Showcase. So what I'm doing is I'm preparing to go into Showcase right now. Go photo station view number 2. Look around. There's my camera. There's my front door that is ajar. And looking back where we came from, that is photo view station number 1. That's the view station that I created. So I'm going to create a photo view station here. I think I'll look up in that camera, create a photo view station here, and so on and so forth, on to 3, 4, and 5. So 3 was right in the middle of the doorway. I'll create a photo view station here. Go to 4. 4 was down low, just inside of the door. We were able to close the door. Create one here, and then I'll go to 5. Spin around, and we'll look in this area to where this is. We'll create a photo view station here. If anybody's wondering what the red is, that's simulated blood. I managed to find a red blanket in my inventory of things, so just decided to put down the red blanket as simulated blood. Okay, we have our evidence markers, we have our photo view stations. Now I'm going to go back to photo view station number 2. And what we can do, up until now we've been creating photo view stations where the instrument sat. Okay, this is where we did our laser scans. But we have video. Wouldn't it be nice to have a view from that point? So when we're doing our quick presentation of, hey, we had video and this is where the video was taken from, wouldn't it be nice to have a view from that point? Well, we can. What we're going to do here is we are going to go to our tools in Reveal, our tools, and add view station. I'm going to turn on my point snap, or I can turn on my point cloud snap. Either way, you can see here it's snapping to my laser scans. I'm going to set my offset as 0. And the reason I'm doing that, let me spin around here. If I set my offset, say at 5 feet, and I snap it to my point cloud, you notice it's creating a point 5 feet above the thing that I'm holding my mouse over. And I don't want that here. I want it to be 0. I want it to create a photo view station right from this exact spot. So I'll create that here. You notice it creates a layer called View Stations. I'm going to rename this as Camera View. All right, and we're set. So I have view station 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and my camera view. Now, if I'm curious what my camera view looks like, or what does it show, I can select my camera view, go to Actions, and go to View Station. And this allows me to look at my scene as if I was that camera. Now, wouldn't that be handy to be able to look at your scene from the point of view of the camera? Works pretty slick. Okay, so I have my five photo stations, which again are where my scanner sat. And now I have a camera view that I can pose here, and that will allow me to look at my point cloud from the view of my camera. With this, I'm done. I can always add things to this. I can diagram this. I can do things, but the point of this is fast export. How do we get this out as fast as possible? No diagramming or anything like that. How do we get it out? So we're going to go to our Tools in Reveal and Export to Showcase. Now it's going to ask us, where do we want to save this puppy? So I'm just going to put it right on my desktop. And I'll save it as Home Invasion 10220.showcase. This is going to be a showcase file. Now with this, if I only wanted to, if there were things in here that I didn't want to export, I would say, or I would hide these layers and say only export visible. And that way, if there's things in here, if I put models in, if I put in some what ifs, they don't necessarily need to be exported in my final showcase deliverable. So from here, export scene to showcase and hit export. And this is going to go pretty quick. So let's again take a look at our workflow. So up until now, we imported the capture file into Reveal. Once we've imported the capture file into Reveal, now we're exporting from Reveal and we're preparing to go to Showcase. It's a very simple workflow from capture to Reveal to Showcase. Very simple to get something out. There's not a lot of mucking around. You don't have to go out to a third software or anything like that to get a deliverable out of this. So from capture to Reveal to Showcase. And we're about 25% exported, and there we go, 100%, and our task is done. So what I'll do here is I will just save this. Again, why not? If we have to come back to it, we have to come back to it. Okay, so now that we've got that done, it's time to open up Showcase. So I put a shortcut to Showcase on my desktop. Now, this is a free download. Let me jump into a web browser here. Screencast, and I'll give you that. Okay. Of course, I had a URL rewrite. There we go. So this is a free download from forensics.trimble.com. You can go to Products and Solutions, Software. And if you scroll down here, we have got a spot here for Trimble Forensics Showcase. Now, if you click on Showcase, there's a button here to download Showcase. Showcase is a free downloadable application. We don't charge anything for it. We don't gate it. We don't limit who has it. You can download Showcase. Your prosecutor can download Showcase. Anybody can download Showcase and use it. Okay, it's free. We're not charging anything for it. It's part of your Trimble Forensics solution. So if you need it, use it. Download it and use it. Okay, let's get to work in Showcase. So I've downloaded and installed Showcase. I'm going to double click to open it. Here we go. Now, Showcase has a fairly familiar looking dashboard here. We've got our previous scenes that we had. So here I'm going to click Open Scene. I'm going to go to my desktop, and there's my Home Invasion 10220.showcase. So I'll click Open. This will open up my Showcase scene. Quick review of my, let's see here. Is there a way clicking on the, got a question from Matt Cook. Matt, is there a way of clicking on the video camera and open box with the video? And the answer is yes. And Matt, that's what we are just about to cover here. Okay, so on Showcase, I'm going to maximize my mini map. And we've got a small map on the outside with photo stations and view stations. So we've got just a real easy to use, a real easy to get top down, basically a map. And this allows me to go to my stations. I can also go to them here in my view stations. So from here, if I want to go to Photo View Station 1, I'll click here, or I can click on my mini map. And I'm going to turn those transitions off so it'll just jump in between. Okay, from here, this allows me to look around in 3D. And how do I want to set this up? Well, I want to look at my doorway. So I'm going to take Photo View Station 1, take it, and I'm going to save this viewpoint. Hit Update. I'll jump to Photo View Station 2, which is right in here. With Photo View Station 2, I want to look out, at least when I initially start it. Look out here, and I'll take 2, I'll edit it, and I'll save this viewpoint. We have our camera, so I'm going to jump up to that. Spin it around the view I would like to have, which is right here. Zoom down just a bit. There we go. So I'll take that camera view, and I'll say this is the perspective I want it to have. Hit Update. Now, if these yellow orbs start getting in your way, or if it's something that you don't like, I kind of like them being able to just click on them and jump. But if you don't want them, you can always turn them off. All right, let's go to Photo View Station number 3. And this I want to show here, walking in the door. So I'll take 3. I'll give it a viewpoint. Go to 4, which is just inside the door. Give it kind of the same view. So right here, save that view. Update. And we'll come up here to 5. This is what I wanted. I need to jump into 5, don't I? There we go. 5, I want to look back out here. So on 5, I want to save this viewpoint. Save it. Looks good. Okay. Now with those done, you'll notice here that my little, I've got some little gray dots. And these gray dots indicate that's where an attachment was. So right here, I hover over C, and I click Open, and that will open up that photograph that was taken from my tablet. Okay, so right now we've attached some photographs have been attached for us. Since we did it out on scene, we took these as annotations. Hey, it stuck them where they needed to be. Let's jump outside to Photo View Station 2. And that shows us our camera. Now when I click up here, a photograph has already been attached. However, I want to attach something else. Or not something else, but I want to attach more. So what I'm going to do here in my imported objects, this is imported those things from Capture into Reveal, and Reveal has added them as imported objects, and now Showcase has ingested all of those. So all of my evidence markers, it has attached. Also, with my attachments, this is my camera. So come down here to my camera. Here we go. Now what I want to do here is I want to there we go. So I have my camera evidence / attachment marker. So I'm going to update this. And here is, whoop, that one's my body. I didn't want that. There we go. Darn scroll wheel got a little jumpy on me. All right. For my camera, I'm going to update this item. Here's my camera. I can put in any details I want and attachments. Now here is the photograph. I'm going to attach my video. So I'm going to browse for my video, browse files. On my desktop, I have my cam video, security cam export.mpeg, or MP4, I should say. It is an MPEG, but that allows me to add a second item to that camera. And I'll hit update, and I'm good to go. So from here, when I click on my camera, this allows me, this is attachment 1 of 2. I can move over. Hey, there's my video. Now when I click open, it will then pop open my video and allow me to present it. And all the shenanigans that ensues. And from here, you can attach more. If there are DSLR photos, things like that you want to add to these, you certainly can. Now, one of the things that may come up here is, well, we don't want to see the body. While that was in our scan data, we don't want to see the body. The body is not something that we want to present or show at this time. Hey, we do have the ability to redact. So that's what I'm going to do here, is the body, yeah, that's where the body was, but we don't want to show it right now. So there is a button here to create redaction. And what you do is you select 4 points. Come up here. And here. And I click on confirm. Body redaction. And click create. So I want to tag what this is. What am I redacting here? Well, I'm redacting the body. And hopefully, and I forgot to check, Matt, I noticed you had a question. Is there a way of clicking on the video camera and opening box with the video? Hopefully that covered it. If it didn't, shoot me another comment and say, hey, that didn't cover what I wanted you to. Browse back through here and take a look. I'm not seeing any more comments. Okay, now with our body redacted, it's not just in this view. I can also jump over here to station 4, which is just on the other side of the doorway. We should be, yep, on that one, so I need to create a redaction. That's body from view 4. Should be able to jump into station 3, and since that's from the same general area, we have that redacted. And we have station 2 and 1. Now, we're pretty much done building this out, okay? And what have we've been at this, we're 27 minutes past the hour, and I had a good 5 to 6 minutes as a preview. So, what, in 20 minutes, we've gone from a raw laser scan to a deliverable. Now, to view this, in the upper right, we have the it looks like a little easel, and that launches the presenter view. And what this does is this goes down from top to bottom. So we know view station 5 was at the top. We're going to start at view station 5. Go to view station 4. View station 3. View station 2. And view station 1. Now, if we want to look at this in 3D, there we go, and also our camera view. So if we wanted to look at this from the point of view of the camera, we sure could. Now we can also unlock this, so we can go to view station 2, and I can unlock this and allow me to look up here. Come on. Mouse is just a little not happy today. Yeah, there we go. All right, so from here, we've gone from field to finish, okay? How to get to a deliverable quickly. Now, you notice I didn't do any diagramming here. There was no diagramming that took place, okay? If you don't want a diagram to get a deliverable, you don't have to. With the field registration of point cloud data, as well as with Reveal being able to take those photo stations and view stations, add things into your scene as need be, and put it out into Showcase, hey, we went to a deliverable that we can show our command staff, this is what happened. This is what we saw when we got on scene. Get back here to station number. Here, turn that off. If anybody was wondering what we saw when we walked through the door, that's what we saw, okay? We had our evidence marker E that's down here on the ground. If our prosecutor is asking us, hey, what did you find on scene? Hey, this is what we had. Okay, and like I said, in less than 20 minutes, we were in and out, and we had something useful out of this. All right, so to recap our workflow here, we went from a dot capture file. Okay, so our raw scene data, we went into Reveal, we created our photo stations as well as a view station up where the camera was. And then we went into Showcase. Okay, we exported our Showcase deliverable out of Reveal and into Showcase. All right, one last thing that I want to show you guys is on our, get into my screencast again. I want to talk about the space requirements. So displaying your point cloud data. Our showcase file, okay, this was the .showcase file that was, well, I'm sorry, that's my desktop shortcut. We have our home invasion 10.220.showcase. The size on our showcase deliverable is 184 megabytes. Okay, you can't even get a movie with that amount of size to it. 184 megabytes. Okay, you can store about 3 to 4 of these on a data CD. Those of you that are old enough to remember CDs, those are about 700 megabytes. So, I mean, you can put between 3 and 4 of this presentation on a single CD. 184 megabytes, a little beyond the email attachment range, but 184 meg is pretty quick. I mean, you can upload that in a very short period of time. Got a question from Matt. Is there a video for people receiving a showcase instructing them how to use the showcase report? Some of them are not software savvy, and I wholeheartedly agree. And Matt, we have got something for you. So there is, on our Trimble Forensics YouTube channel, there is a, let me see if I can find her here. In our uploads, let's see if I can find it. We've got a showcase promo, but we also have a, here we go. There is a video here that was uploaded about 10 months ago, part 3, working with the showcase application. So this was number 3 of a 3-part series that Yasir Shadi did that was absolutely phenomenal on how to work with Reveal, along with Showcase and everything else. Also, to recap this, I've got a Tech Tip Tuesday where I did the Showcase software releases and how to get there. So what we saw today, hey, that's how to get there. But again, we got a YouTube video here that does a fantastic job of explaining it. So Matt, if you're having any, somebody saying I don't know how to use this, hey, we've got a YouTube video. So you can send them a link to it, and what is that, 6 minutes, and you're up and running.